All right, people. We've got season 1 of 3 competitive seasons coming to a wrap. So Athletics LLC will keep us going right into indoor. Here we can. Anyhow, welcome all back to another fun episode. Uh, yeah, fall semester fatigue is it hits hitting. It's a thing. So, um, Governor, how are you tonight?
I will be dead on Saturday.
Why Saturday specifically? Oh,
Because
dead. That was a slow process. See, I told you the full semester is zero. Dead on Saturday. Yes. We will be home on Saturday, the first time in
yes.
a long time.
Yeah. But yeah, to your point, today is one of those days, man. You walk out on the track and it's just a bunch of zombies.
Hmm.
And no matter how much you try to warn them that 3 months in with no end in sight, you can smell the Thanksgiving food
Hmm.
about to go in your belly next week.
Hmm.
You're realizing that 2 weeks later you're free as a bird
Right. Just gotta make it.
and you're
Just
trying
gotta make
like
it through.
trying like heck to stay focused. And they all fail. They all fail
Yeah.
to a certain degree. They don't know it, but they're all like, you know. And so for me, person that I operate on vibes and energy and I absorb all of it. Today was not a fun day. It was just like,
Yeah. Same.
man, and I could say something. I could, and I did. I just kind of gave him a subtle reminder of what this is, why you're sore, why you're in pain,
Yeah.
and it's just part of the process. So,
And it's appropriate.
yes. So, but yeah, other than that, you know, just live today to fight tomorrow. That's what it is.
Oh, all right, Mr. F around. How are you today?
Really good. You know, I keep my dukes up when life is always trying to fight you, and every now and then you get a lick in. And the last couple of days, I got a couple licks in. I feel okay. Slept 8 hours uninterrupted last night. I'm not sure what that's about because that hasn't
How
happened.
in the hell did you do that?
That has not happened in
Please
more than a calendar year. You
tell
two know.
tell
You
me
two know
how.
I do not sleep. So I don't know. I started falling asleep like before midnight, which is amazing. I woke up this morning like just before 8 o'clock. I was like, "Oh, let's go." I don't even know what to do with all this. It's like somebody gave me money.
That's
But no,
funny.
I'm FIFO today because my timeline has been full of racist people who have
Oh,
FIFO'd. It's been weird, like this weird like gift of mana of like these stories that have all hit my timeline today of people who have just done ridiculous things and found out. Like there was one. I'll just share this one, and I'll be vague. There was a lady of a fairer perfection, and she lived in this place for 6 years. And a black guy was using a key to open the door down the hall from her. She confronted him and said, "Who are you? Like, what are you doing? You look suspicious. You shouldn't be here." And he's like, "No, I don't look suspicious. I look black." And she's like, "Yeah." And then she says, "Well, before I call the cops, I'm gonna give you one opportunity to leave." And he's like, "I'm not going anywhere. Like, I live here." And she's like, "Yeah, sure you do. You look suspicious." So she called the cops. He is the new police chief in Boston.
that worked out well.
So this lady's entire life has come crashing down upon her. She got dismissed from her job. She was removed from her apartment. And she's being sued by the police commissioner for $150,000 in libel.
Oh,
See? FAFO.
Well,
Oh man.
Let's go.
in other
Or
news,
BG1. I was having.
it's a less repercussion decision making process, I guess you could say.
Yes, a little less. This is less on the
Um,
line.
there was a list, not a horrible list, a list that we all can follow of the top 10 indoor facilities. So, um, ah, and now there we go. It's going. So in that, we've got number 10 is New Mexico, Albuquerque. Number 9, Michigan. Remember all the hoo-ha when that the Michigan track opened? So again,
Mm-hmm.
indoor tracks.
So who is rating these?
Two-a-days. Two-a-days is a website that is basically rate your professor, but it's rate your
Okay.
coach. So that type thing.
Okay.
Number 8 is Notre Dame. Number 7, Virginia Tech.
This person
Number,
is already telling the world
Yeah.
where they're from.
Yes, they
right.
are. Because
No,
New Mexico is better than the next three you just named.
Let's hear this list.
Let's hear the
number
rest of
6.
this.
Number 6 is Arkansas.
Wow.
Number 5 is Liberty.
Okay.
Number 4 is North Carolina.
UNC,
Yeah.
Oh boy.
the flat Mondo 200-meter track.
Okay, pause. Number 3 is Birmingham. Number 2 is A&M. And the number 1 track in their eyes is Clemson.
I think they got one of those 10 right.
Well, I would say 3, maybe 4 of those are top 10, not in the right order.
Well, that's what I mean. Like when I said I think they got one track in the right order.
What is that? Which one is that for you?
Clemson.
Is the number 1 track?
I could buy that Clemson is the number 1 track. It doesn't have to be, but I could buy that. I can't buy. Listen, there are not 5 tracks in the United States better than Arkansas, and I don't care what event you do.
So let's
And
get your
Texas Tech's not on there at all.
right. So let's hear your list, Chris.
Oh, geez. I listen, I don't even know that I would go a list of 10 just because, but I can just tell you for sure there is not a 200-meter flat track on this planet that's in the top 10. So, I mean, I couldn't tell you an order, but I'll just off the top of my head say 10. Clemson, I think, is 1. But then after that, Texas Tech, Arkansas. I do actually like both Notre Dame and Vanderbilt. I think those are pretty darn good tracks. Um,
Are we talking about we're talking about performance?
I'm
Like you're
talking about
going there.
performance.
Okay.
I'm talking about where I would take people to perform.
All right.
That's 5. I would probably put the Crossplex in at 10. I think that's the bottom of elite tracks. A&M's probably 6. I put it at A&M and Vanderbilt are right in there about the same. Because the thing is, A&M cheats, right? Because it's a beautiful facility, but if you take away the ability to warm up outside, it's dysfunctional, right? Like because
Yeah.
because the warm up area inside, like if you have inclement weather outside, that's not a great place to go to produce marks because there's not enough place to warm up.
So can we just take that out of the equation and talk about the actual facility then?
Then I would put it also in the top 3 or 4 because I think the new A&M is pretty elite.
Okay.
So it's in that Texas Tech, Clemson, Arkansas, New Mexico, A&M. That's probably your elite 5. Then the 2 big tracks, Vandy and Notre Dame, I would. The problem I have with Notre Dame is there is one event you can't run very well there. That's the 200 because the turns are too tight.
Okay.
Um,
Have you been to the new
I've not been to Liberty, and I heard it was tight. That was nice. I've just never seen it.
I've seen it in pictures. I've never been there. What about Kentucky's
I,
new track?
I have not been to Kentucky's new track. I have not been to K-State's new track, and I have not been to Air Force's new track, which looks amazing. But I have not been to any of the. I myself have not been to any of those three. So I think
Um,
I'm confident in a group of seven.
we haven't seen the performances yet, or the big performances, but the Indiana State Fairgrounds.
Oh, wait, that's true. I think I was in one of the first groups to ever be on that one. I would say that one's definitely in the top 10, but to choose point, we need a greater sample size. But I remember old boy from Purdue that used to be at Florida ran like 2020 there or something.
Hmm.
Hmm.
You didn't mention, and I only say it because you use the word big tracks. UW.
Nah.
Okay. Has anyone been to I know Chuck is going to talk about Nevada.
And
Oh yeah.
That's
and I've seen it, but never been. I haven't been in the new one. So
Without being there and whatnot, same thing as Indiana State, just not enough sample size yet. Need
so
to collect some more.
what about you, Chew?
My five stay the same. I thought about the Indiana track, the new Indiana track.
Indiana's five?
No,
no,
meaning
no.
like honorable mention.
Okay.
Um, I really don't, after that five, I go to specifics, right? Because you talk about OU and the runways there for the horizontals are great.
But would you classify that as the facility? Would you just give them points because of one thing that they do well?
Yeah, no, and that's what I mean. After those five, I don't know that I can go whole facilities. I'd have to break it down. If that happens there. And then,
Kansas State's facility is beautiful to look at. I just never been there.
Yeah.
well, and then like the Louisville track, the all grade track, the medical center one, it
It's
produced a
funny.
couple 200 times, didn't it?
Videos from there always mess me up because I feel like they're like those those pictures where like the main thing is in color and the rest of it's in black and white.
Oh yeah.
That's what videos from there remind me of.
I could be making that up. I feel like there was a couple field events that happened there, if not running events. Um,
I tell you what, Virginia Tech for an old track is still really good.
But it's not old anymore. They redid
It's
it. They redid it.
oh
It's
the same configuration and everything though.
same configuration. Yeah. And that used to be the place to go run fast. It used to
Used to be the
be.
place.
It's just gotta go to La Tech, man. Golly. How
yeah, I
about
don't know that.
Chris? How about Penn State?
It would go on my all surprising venues.
Mm.
Like when I walked in, I didn't think much of it, and then people started running and doing things. I was like, "Oh no, you can do some stuff on this track."
Mm. I've heard way too much about. So, so UW has a indoor track. Where's the other one in Washington?
Portland.
Portland. No, is it Portland?
That's in Oregon.
Oh,
What's the one? I mean, they go there every year. It's one of the newer ones. Um, Spokane.
there you go. That's what I meant.
So Compton.
I don't know. Um, well, okay, well now I'm getting a little off subject, but this multi-million dollar Crowley, Texas facility, if it goes as prescribed, is going to be ridiculous. Performance wise, I have no clue what it's going to happen, right? But as it's being projected out to us, looks like it could do some damage.
So my list is made up of facilities that I have only heard about, that I've been told from my peers that I actually believe what they say. But um I go 10 Vandy, 9 Spokane, 8 Boston. I was,
Oh, we almost forgot about Boston.
yep, 7 Armory. I just love being in that place. I don't know why. It just makes me feel like, this
The
is,
the Armory is the all-time surprising venue
oh, dude, man.
because
I'm
when you
not,
walk in that building, you're less like, I don't know
yeah,
what we're gonna get done in here because we got to warm up downstairs in front of the
exactly,
bathroom,
exactly.
and it's hot as 7,000 villages in that
Mm-hmm.
in that
Mm-hmm.
facility. But then, yeah, people always run
They
faster.
roll, man. Roll. So Vandy, Spokane, Boston, Armory, Birmingham, A&M, Tech, New Mexico, Arkansas, Clemson. And it is, I think at this point, I don't think it matters whether I ever go on Clemson's track or not. It is a consensus
Yeah,
that it is the best track in the country. It's
to run a
just,
2 or a 4 or a 4x4, I don't even think you can argue with it.
yeah. I
What
mean,
are the field events like there?
oh yeah, you can jump far there.
Yeah.
I
There've
mean,
been some,
Matthew
there've been
Matthew
some
Bolding
NCAA,
jumped at what, 8:23
yeah. There've been a couple of sneak in NCAA qualifiers that went to Clemson and never touched it again. Never came close, you know.
Hmm. Interesting. Yeah. I can't think of like ones that we know have some specificity to them. Like I'm thinking of NAU,
Hmm.
right?
Oh man.
Um,
I'm a fan of NAU. I mean, if they would just put in the right long jump boards,
mhm.
it would be, I'd recommend it to anybody. Please.
Yeah,
It is,
if you're running under an 800.
yes. Yep.
that's only if you can get up to the track. You,
Yep.
you gotta get there. Um, the Washburn track, there's been some, I can't say like fast marks or like great marks, but it's had some good field event marks if I remember correctly.
Hmm.
I'll tell you, one of the prettiest indoor venues I've ever seen was because I had only been there just not until last year, was the one in Staten Island,
The sea
Oh
breeze.
yeah,
the Sea Breeze, Ocean
Hmm.
Ocean
Breeze.
Breeze,
Ocean breeze.
Ocean
Ocean
Breeze.
breeze.
Yeah, that one was cool.
It's pretty.
So what's the most aesthetically pleasing track, indoor track? Like
Aesthetically,
they got it right.
That one
tech,
actually, believe it or not, for me, that one's easy for me. The new A&M, because the new A&M actually, I feel like they had somebody who loves track design the seating
Hmm.
because there's not a bad seat in there to watch the meet.
Hmm.
you can't see the throws.
But you can
But
go
they
to the
put
throws.
bleachers over there
You can go,
Yeah.
you can
for the
go
throws
sit.
posse.
Yeah, yes. Yeah. Um,
You know what other track undercover is actually really good indoors? Pitt State.
Really?
Yes, they had the JUCO national meet there. That's why I was there. That track's actually pretty fast, and it's pretty aesthetically pleasing. I think it's 300 though. I think.
Interesting. Hmm.
But yeah, just like a pretty venue, I'd actually probably have to give it to A&M because when you walk in, it it's commensurate with the school that it's at,
Mm-hmm.
right? They do a good job with all the accoutrement. Um, and then I always feel like when you go to meets, like somebody who likes football or basketball put in the seating. But at A&M, I was taken aback by that the first time I went, was just like, there's not a bad seat in there.
Right. I mean, if there had been seats all the way around, it would have been the only one in the country like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
What we on?
Top 10 indoor facilities ranked.
Yeah, I most definitely. Oh God, I don't think I prepped a list of 10.
Okay. Let's just hear what you got.
The best indoor facility in this country today can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Mhm.
The best indoor facility in the United States today is the new Reno facility.
See, there he
You,
goes.
you said he was going to say it.
Yeah.
Listen, I missed whatever points have been made. I will simply say this. When you build an indoor facility, the okay, different people care about different things,
Mm-hmm.
right? What breaks an indoor facility for me, number one, is the ability to have a proper warm up.
Right.
Reno has a significantly better warm up situation than anywhere in the country, double. Arkansas is a beautiful facility. What's the warm up situation? You got to leave the room, go to a different room, and you got 4 lanes in the back.
Right.
No. No, none of that, right? Reno has a minimum of 8 lanes, 60 meters. So you could do whatever you need to do. It's in a convention center, so there's massive open space for, throwaway things that you need to do, little things that people like to do. The track is the highest it can be legally, the widest
Mm-hmm.
it can be legally. It is built by Mondo. Most people consider New Mexico the best place to horizontally jump in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Same elevated runways, except this time when you hit the pit, there's no drop off into the abyss of the floor for you to twist your ankle. It's all smoothly aligned with the track.
Mm.
So it's only been open a year. And as more teams with bigger profiles come, you will start to see, the times that measure up with everybody else. But Reno is number one.
Okay.
There's no way I'm putting any hydraulics on my list in the top five. That's impossible. You can't have a hydraulic bank and consider yourself top five. So, your Bostons of the world and all of that. 2 warm-up areas, cool, but it's hydro, so it's automatically outside the top five. God, who would be my number two? I'd probably say A&M, soup to nuts is two. Um, Tracks, your A&M, your Clemson's, your Texas Tech, your Albuquerque's, all as far as the oval are about even. The warm up
Arkansas.
situ Arkansas,
Mm-hmm.
the warm up situations are about even.
Right.
Inept, but not impossible. Um, I like the space of Albuquerque. The warm up is not ideal. It's better to jump at Albuquerque. So
Mm-hmm.
A&M two, God, three, four, five, I'd say is some combination of Arkansas, Albuquerque, and probably Texas Tech overall.
Have you been to
Uh,
Clemson?
I've been to Clemson. Clemson has nowhere to sit, and you have to There is no warm up at Clemson. You don't get credit for a warm up if your warm up is go outside and there's the real track and maybe we'll have a tent over the straightaway and maybe we won't. No, there's
But
no
that's A&M too, though.
no. Texas A&M has a warm up track in there. It's on the backside. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's the backside. It's
Sir,
4 lanes.
they have 4 lanes that is 30 meters and it's next to the throws. You
Yes,
can die back there.
Again, I understand.
but
So,
they do have.
but they have it.
Yes, they have it. Yes.
They also have the ability to go outside, immediately outside,
Right,
Mhm.
right.
with a true warm up, right? So, you know,
With
A&M
with a
has
dedicated track.
with a dedicated
Yes,
track,
a dedicated track.
Right.
and that's so I give them credit for that, even though to your point, the actual warm up space in there is next to the throws area, right? So A&M has unique issues, right? The seating, the new seating with the slopes, it's very user guest friendly. It's
Mhm.
very visually appealing, right? And you have good seats everywhere.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, like, I'm a coach. My concern is what's best for the athletes, what's best for me, and somewhere along the road, I'll care about how the crowd is hanging. Like, I don't really care about the crowd that much. But you're muted, Fafo. So, the crowd is at the
I
bottom
was
of my.
crumpling up a piece of paper, so I didn't want to make that sound.
No, I got you. So wait, where were the tens? So I'm sure I'm missing something.
Like who was the
Was
10
there
that were listed?
consensus on anything?
Your
I think our
five.
top fives are pretty similar.
Yeah.
Okay.
None of us
So
put Reno in our top five only
Right.
because we've never been
We've
there.
never been there.
sure, I got you. Um, Others, I have not seen the new setup in Indianapolis, though I have heard, right? So based on what I have heard, it would make my top 10.
Where's
Um,
Spokane?
See, Spokane, okay. Spokane is a prettier version of Birmingham. And I'm mad at Spokane because they already had Birmingham and chose not to make better choices. So if you've ever been to Spokane, they have 4 lanes underneath, decently long for the warm up, but they could have had 8. The same space for the track lanes, they have just concrete to walk back in the other direction. I'm like, bro, y'all could have put 4 more lanes in here.
Yeah.
Spokane, terrible place to jump. And because they put a lot of kids in there, they put the jumping boards too close to the pit. So it's actually kind of dangerous when you have good
Very,
jumpers in there.
very much like Birmingham.
So they take a hit for that.
Yeah.
The oval is whatever. It's a hydro, so it's blah. The straightaway is fire, just like Birmingham. Birmingham
Yeah.
straightaway, you could argue is fast straightaway in the country.
That's exact. So that's why Birmingham is on my list
Yeah.
because I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if there is a faster straightaway.
Birmingham.
It is ridiculous.
Yeah, Birmingham make like the hydros kind of fall into that 8, 9, 10 space,
Mhm.
right? And I probably put Birmingham and Spokane and Boston as the best 3
Okay.
hydraulic banks
Yeah.
setups, right?
Yeah.
But in that middle area, the 6, 7, 8 are places for me like Clemson, track amazing, straightaway amazing, but the everything else is not it. South Carolina.
I heard
South
Carolina's
Carolina oval
amazing.
and straightaway are fire.
Yeah.
Clemson got the specs from South Carolina. Right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they built it first, but those were Carolina specs. So it's like if you like Clemson, you should love South Carolina. It's the same thing. So, I think I gave you 10, but
Yeah.
Reno is number 1. And if you don't believe me, show up. Here's I'll send y'all the video I shot last year. From the main bleachers as a coach. I wouldn't do this, but a bunch of people will. I can stand at the top of the bleachers and see every race. I can turn around and see the warm-up completely clear and everybody can hear me. And it's
Wow.
8 lanes. And the warm-up connects directly to a massive wide walkway that puts you right on the track. You ain't got to step on anything you don't need to step on. It's seamless.
Where are throws?
Throws are in the back, outside of the oval. They have their own unique space,
Okay.
perfectly clear, perfectly big, all the bells and whistles that you want for throw venues indoors. No hitting of the ceilings at a national meet. Boston,
Yikes.
Yeah,
right?
that
That
they
did
were not
happen.
prepared for.
That did happen.
So wait, when you're saying Boston, you're talking about the New Balance Center.
New
Yes,
Balance. Oh
New
yeah, no.
Oh,
Balance.
so we were
Mini
talking
Boston is
about,
not
but
remotely in the
mini
top 10.
Boston still has to be. Look, you got to consider them because there's like 4 American records that get broken there every year.
Yeah, it's distance mecca.
At
Oh,
Reggie Lewis? At Reggie Lewis?
oh,
No, no,
right.
no. At BU.
Oh,
Now let's be clear.
BU. Okay.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
no. No. Okay, you're mixing. Lower Boston is what currently is known as Reggie Lewis. That's trash.
Okay.
Get that out
That's
of there.
trash. You're right.
Right. No.
The New Balance Center
Right.
as a facility,
It's
Unreal.
I would
beautiful.
put in the top 10,
It's
close to
unreal.
9 or 10.
Yes.
Right.
Now, if we're talking tracks, ovals,
Mm-hmm.
the launch pad at BU is top 3. But the
Yeah.
straightaway is trash, and the jumps are trash, and there's nowhere to warm up. It's chaos in there.
Listen, the
Yeah.
jumps are not only trash, the jumps are dangerous. You can
Yes.
die in there because
Yes.
you are literally running through people.
Yes, but the launch pad is a top 3 oval in this country. That's undeniable.
Yeah, I don't even, and nobody knows what's special about it. That's the weird part. That's why everybody thinks it's short because there's
It ain't
nothing
short.
else compelling about it. It's not
Listen,
short. They got it certified. They actually
right.
certified it was 4 inches long.
Right. For all the people that do the conspiracy at BU nonsense, understand. World Athletics would have loved nothing else than to come in there and register that track illegal.
Oh yeah.
They paid all the fees and got all the study. That thing is certified. So I don't want to
Yeah.
hear that.
Yep.
It's the launch pad for a reason.
Okay. Yeah, so that part. So thanks for the conversation. That was fun. Next, we had a very special coach speak up on social media about the what's it called? The Olympic time schedule
Mm-hmm.
and what has been said to be ruled out as the double, the 4 hurdles. And so if one of you lovely gentlemen would kindly bring to light what Coach Kersey said and the giggle that we all had because we know what's coming after, or assume we know what's happening after.
So let's see. I was just
Are
looking
we
at
looking for what he actually
Yes,
said
yeah,
or
what
the
he said.
spirit of what he
We're
said?
not
No,
we're not
no.
insinuating yet. We're
We know
word
what
for
the
word.
spirit of what he said was.
See if I can pull it up. But of essence,
The essence of what Bobby said is simple.
Yes.
You people are morons, and the biggest star in the sport is at home for the Olympics, and you're screwing up the party. That's what he said.
In an interview with Southern California News Group, Bobby Kersey said that it's the world's loss that the LA 2028 season schedule will force away the chance for a historic double. We're a sport fighting for attention. So why do you make this decision? This shows the weakness of our sport. We've got the stars, but we don't get any help from the organization.
He's 0% wrong.
Nope.
And I will go on record today saying I'll be somewhat flabbergasted if that schedule doesn't end up getting changed to allow for that double.
There is precedent for this. This has happened before.
I mean,
So,
the
Be a hard
original schedule in Atlanta didn't allow for the 4-2 double,
right?
and it got changed. And what was funny about that is the original schedule didn't allow for the 4-2 double. They changed it, and then a man and a woman did it.
Yep.
That's right. It wouldn't even be that hard to change the current schedule to accommodate the four.
Not at all.
Not at all.
But should they change it? Yes, obviously. And it goes back to the conversation we were already having. If you got issues with the schedule, there's plenty to pick from, but the women's 100-meter thing is not one of the top 5 problems. Just not.
So many things. So many things to think about, to plate. And as the people who are the home meet people, we should finagle the schedule. Just that easy. So, pardon me just a moment. Mr. F around had a coaching philosophy and experience question for the panel. So, if you could restate that for everyone.
Sure. So the question I asked, because somebody asked me this, so I thought it was a good one to ask you wonderful people. One is either as an athlete or as a coach, what is, we'll say, the one best tip or cue or coaching advice that you've ever been given? And then conversely, what is if you could only give one tip or cue as a coach to either athlete or to young coaches, what would you give?
So to be clear, these are like coaching cues, like put your arm here, or
It could be a
business
coaching
cue.
cue or a piece of advice, but it's just one nugget that you
I can
think is going to land and make the biggest impact on somebody that you're talking to.
but you want it positive and negative.
No. Both positive. A positive one that
Oh,
was given to you, and a
damn it.
positive one that you're going to give to the audience. Negativity boy.
Hey, I was ready. I had one.
Um,
So
that's hard.
it's actually quite hard. And
Well,
the one that was
I'll go
given.
first if that
Go ahead.
helps.
Go ahead.
So the best advice I was ever given as a coach um, was coach the athlete, not the event.
Okay.
Not just the event before somebody texts in saying nonsense. Meaning coach the athlete, not just the event. Like don't just come to a situation and be like, this is how I coach the hurdles, regardless of who you got that comes to you to coach.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So
So
that's my one that I was given.
So you were given that as a coach. This is a
Yes,
coach giving another coach advice.
that is correct.
Okay.
this is gonna sound like I'm cheating, but I'm not. I have come to realize after having to live through it a few times and seeing other people live through it in recent, years or whatever, the best professional coaching advice I was given, I won't say it the exact way it was said to me, but what it was in the lesson was you have to be willing to lead because
I get it.
the kids are not going to show you the loyalty that you think they will when it comes to the moment. So you have to do what's right for you when it's right for you. And no matter how hard it is, it's business. So, you got to stop treating everything personal and focus on your business. I didn't like it. And in the moment, I didn't accept it. But I've come to learn that that was absolutely correct.
If it helps you at all, I was given that exact same advice.
Okay. So in the spirit of that, I mean, my first professional coach, Coach Path, would do exactly that. He would just leave. And it was initially very jarring to some of the kids in our group. So, well, not kids. I mean, we're talking grown adults.
Right.
And we're trying our hearts out. And he would just like stand there and just walk away. And it was just like, all right, okay. Um, but in terms of uh advice, in terms of like, you know, you need to take this with you, as you go into your coaching career. I mean, I live by it. It's it's not a proverb, but chop wood, carry water. And chop wood, carry water. The quote is before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. And I've taken that with me, from being an athlete into coaching. And, the way I explain it to my athletes is that the work never stops. It never stops. There is no pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. All that happens is that it gets harder.
Yep.
Congratulations, you won conference. Now you got to go try win nationals.
Yep.
Congratulations, you won nationals. Now you got to try and make a world team. Congratulations, you made a world team. Now you got to go win a medal. Congratulations, you won a medal. Now you got to do it again.
Yep.
It never stops. And for this generation, oh my goodness. It's one of the hardest things for them to conceptualize because, they will see that moment of euphoria where I'm happy for them and it's great. And then they'll wake up the next day and it's like, all right,
Back. Yep.
let's go. It's not over. This your journey is really just beginning.
So I
What's
have
funny
my
is the F around and find out moment for them is exactly what you're talking about. You have
Mhm.
a really good year
Yes.
and you enjoy the off season. Not
Yeah.
crazy, but I'm just saying like
Hmm.
because it finished great, right?
Yep.
The fall is still the fall.
Absolutely.
The fall
so
Yep.
does not care what you did. Like, oh, so you got a medal? That's cute. The fall
so
does not care.
I have my what I gave as advice.
Hmm.
And this is a very recent and
Yeah, so I was saying what I was given and what I give.
those are okay, you
Those are
did
the
both.
two things. Yes.
So the one that I have given, and this is very in today's time uh thinking, I think. In today's world of fast transactions and transfer portals and blah 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 blah. I told one of my former assistants, and I will tell everybody moving forward, in whatever the context, peaceful exits at all costs. Seek those out because anything short of that is probably bad. Case in point, if I have somebody that's working for me, there are peaceful ways to leave and there's destructive ways to leave. If you can have a peaceful exit, that's what you want. If a kid needs to leave your program, you can be salty about it, but you don't have any power in the situation anyway. So better to help them along righteously, peacefully, because that energy and that help will circle back to you in the long run. If you fight it, if you make a showing of it, if you show your ass about it, the only thing that's going to happen is your name's going to be dirty in the community over it anyway, right? So whatever the issue, you have a bad meeting at the job. Compliance is talking to you sideways, whatever. Peaceful exits wherever possible will go a long way. And it's just it plays out every semester. Like it really does.
The one I will give, because I gave y'all the one that I was given, is, I don't know if profound is the right word, but uh, I always I always feel that it is important to be this way, that you can't be afraid to walk away from the house. Meaning, if you recruit the right kid and you don't get them, they will beat you once or twice a year. But if you recruit the wrong kid and you do get them, they will beat you every single day.
Hmm.
So no matter how talented somebody is, if you come to an assessment that they are not the right person for the culture in your program, move them along, no matter how many points it costs you.
I get it.
That was going to be mine,
Oh,
but that's okay.
see, we coach together a lot.
Yeah. Well, that and, in other words, I was going to say culture over everything because the culture is longevity. The win is transactional, and that's just short lived, right? And you're only hoping, wishing, and praying it holds. Um, the piece of advice that I've given that's been kind of clutch is build the confidence because with the confidence, almost anything is possible. And in our group, it was said confidence is competence. And I was like, yeah, I can agree with that one. So confidence, I mean, you have to have an ability level as well, but that ability level grows and grows and grows when there's confidence present. So, and not a non-confident, unconfident person hopes, wishes, and prays. Things happen every time. So, yeah. I'm sure there's a book to be written with all of these. Like you have your 365 days of devotionals. Could be the track coach devotional
That's a
or coach
fact.
devotional at that. So, all right. Well, as the cross country teams depart and bestow themselves upon Missouri, we'll see how much weather they endure and how many people have long sleeves on, and those who don't, more power to them. But other than that, everyone, have fun. Cross country nationals start at, I think it's 10 o'clock on Saturday, and the men's at 11. So ESPNU, I don't know the other divisions. I apologize, but that's the division that I know, Division 1. So everyone have a great week, and we'll see each other soon. Bye, y'all.